everyone, it's Maki here. The movie Gundam Seed Freedom has started to be released in various regions. It is very nice to share a good time with people from many countries. In Thailand, the movie, which is based on the robot anime, was praised for achieving the highest box office for such movies. This is very gratifying considering the future enthusiasm for the Gundam series. This time I'm going to talk about the content, which contains a bit of a spoiler for the movie. The initial settings for the characters of the enemy organization, the Foundation Kingdom, were revealed by director Mitsuo Fukuda. Let's take a look at the beginning of Mr. Fukuda's comment. Thank you for supporting the screening. We would like to extend our warm feelings to Orphee, where a similar event was held again. This time we will reveal the early concepts of the script by Ms. Chiaki Morozawa. The settings for the people of the Foundation were changed quite a bit in the official production of the movie. Especially Or, which has many changes, but please enjoy. In Japan, an event called Support Screening was held for the movie. This is a screening where the audience is allowed to express themselves freely, like at the music concert. It seems that the audience was quite harsh on Orphee, Kira's antagonist. Let's go through the settings. Are you ready? Please press the subscribe button and board the Battleship Millennium. Compass Quarter. Condition Ready Shield. I wish you good luck. Please note that the settings presented here are initial and may differ from the movie. It's likely that the setting materials to be released later will contain different content. Let's review these materials with the enthusiasm of reviewing production stage documents. Foundation, a character from the enemy side. Orphee Lam Tao, a code, a 20-year-old man. I was born because I am necessary for the future of humanity. You probably don't have the right or the qualification to love them, do you? Orphee is the Chancellor of the Foundation Kingdom, a person whom Lotus felt had a similar atmosphere to Kiro's when they first met. At first glance, he does not resemble Kiro. He has a strong, unwavering heart. Although he has a childlike aspect, he is extremely strong. He has high empathic abilities. Although he and Ingrid are lovers, Lotus is considered the official mate. Orphee believes that everything is for the good of the world. He can only live for this purpose. He worships Queen Nora as an absolute being. To Orphee, Kira is an arch-enemy. Although Lotus claims to love Kira, he believes that Dora will bring her back to her senses. He has a mild psychic sensitivity to other codes. In the original settings, Orphee and Ingrid seem to have a romantic relationship. That is, there was a plan to show Orphee abandoning Ingrid, with whom he had been close, as a lover. That would have been a very cruel development. On the other hand, such a storyline might have allowed Ingrid to survive. Whether being betrayed by Orphee or the story depicted in the movie would have been happier is left to the interpretation of the fans. The setting of the worship of Queen Nora might have changed a bit. In the second half of the movie, there is a scene where Or, provoked by Kira, changes the target of Requiem to the Battleship Millennium. This attack is dodged by Newman, who has superhuman stealing skills. Ignoring the provocation would have allowed them to destroy Or, but Ora's rash decision leads to the plan's failure. When Ora is provoked by Kira, Orphee can be seen wearing a troubled expression as she faces Shura. Also, in the final battle with Kira, Orphee can be heard crying, "Why does no one love me?" Aura speaks to Orphee and the others in a tone as if she loves them. However, Orphee feels that they are not truly loved from the bottom of her heart. Shura Serpentine, Accord. A 19-year-old man. The saying that strength isn't everything is an excuse for the weak. Deep down they desire power, but deceive themselves among Orphee's group. He is the one with the highest mobile suit piloting skills. Shura's piloting skills surpass even Kira's. He believes that his high skills define his worth. A believer in the ideology that power is everything. Nothing interests him but power. However, Shura's mind is not twisted. He genuinely and sincerely believes that a world where the powerful decide everything is the world. He has the ability to sense the thoughts of his enemies, which makes him invincible in battle. Shura, whose abilities surpass Kira's, recognizes Athran as the strongest being and challenges him. Athran defeats Shura but loses an arm of infinite justice. Shura fights honorably, but his overly pure nature was his weakness. Athran's mind is read by Shura, and he imagines Kagali's sexy pose and counters it. Also, Shura is defeated by the being Saber from the head of Infinite Justice. Did you notice that? When Infinite Justice appeared in the movie, he used beam sabers from parts other than his head. Perhaps Shura misinterpreted that the sabers deployed at that moment were all the sabers Athran had equipped. Athran may have intentionally deployed all of his sabers except the one on his head to mislead Shura. Athran is a soldier, not a competitive athlete. Fighting an enemy intent on destroying Orb is about winning. Ingrid Rakdo, Accord. A 21-year-old woman, or his secretary trusted subordinate and lover. To Orphee and the Accord, she is the equivalent of a princess. A person who tried to become Lars, but could not become Lars. She holds no grudge against Lars, but a flame of hatred is hidden deep in her heart. Always with a somber expression, she is a person of few words. She always puts the affairs of Orphee first. She is also a skilled fleet commander. In the final battle, she joins Orphee in a mobile suit for a sortie. She has extremely high computational skills. However, her emotional side is immature. She is unable to express or control her own emotions well. The initial setting for Ingrid is also intriguing. It's possible that the development was prepared in which her anger towards Lars explodes in the final battle. While playing the role of a princess of the Foundation Kingdom, it is clear that she was in a position to eventually be exchanged with Lars. Orama Hakaiber, 54 years old. A female coordinator of the first generation. Queen of the Foundation Kingdom. The text is omitted here. She was an associate of Hiro's father Owen Hibiki in Mendo Colony. Due to disagreements, her relationship with Alan deteriorated. Ora's goal was to create a humanity more advanced than the coordinators. Alan obtained Ora's research goals and technologies and applied them to his own research. As a result, Kira was born. Later, the Mendo colony was attacked by the Blue Cosmos. Ora fled with the children, including Orphee. They took refuge with the Kaiba family, one of the financiers. Ora became the Kaiba family's adopted daughter and raised Orphee and the others. She took over the Kaiba family and became queen of the Foundation Kingdom. She made a secret pact with Gilbert Duano. She planned to incorporate the extremists of Front into her forces and dominate the Earth sphere. Campus stood in the way of this plan. Or is a person of extremely rational and clear thinking. She bases her judgments on whether something is necessary or unnecessary, valuable or worthless. Lars and Orphee were units produced in the same batch. However, Lars' mother fled over with Lars. Or intends to get Lars back. She harbors a strong hatred for Kira, who destroyed Chairman Duano's ideology. Her goal is to defeat Kira and bring Lars back to his senses. According to Mr. Fukuda's comments, Or's setting seems to have changed significantly. According to the brochure purchased at the theater, her age is listed as 50 years old. She has become slightly younger. However, her appearance has changed to that of a young girl. Why Or looks like this isn't clear at this point. Could it be an application of the carbon human technology introduced in the Astray series? The interactions with Kira's father and Duano are also intriguing. Is that setting still valid at this point? The super coordinators and their codes were created with different goals in mind. The super coordinators advanced technology to produce coordinators. The angry words of a mother in the CTV anime, his eye color is different. The super coordinators improved upon this uncertainty of the production technology. Kira was created with this technology to be a human, with the highest abilities. The code was created with the abilities intended for the operation of the Destiny Plan. Lars' voice and appearance are beloved by the humans, thus maintaining her suitability as a leader. The ability to read and manipulate human thoughts is also an advantageous technology for the operators of the Destiny Plan. Her relationship with Chairman Duano is also of interest. Or sees her relationship with Duano as good and hates Kira for destroying his plan. But what did Duano think of Or? He tried to assassinate Lars crying, sending elites aft forces twice to carry out the assassination plot. And when it came to executing the Destiny Plan, he intended to use a massive computer for management, not the Accord. Let's look forward to a more detailed portrayal in the Seed Freedom spin-offs. I hope people in regions where the movie has not yet been released will enjoy it. Let's meet again in the next episode.